Welcome to the training video on the budget estimator in the ACC9. Each year, the sponsoring committee of a squadron, in conjunction with the CO, are responsible to produce a budget for the year. Now, this is a budget of both expenses and revenues for the year. Now, one of the best tools available for budgeting is to look at the previous year's expenses and incomes and use that as a guideline for the next year. In the budget estimator in an ACC9, when you have completed your year, the budget estimator will give you, rounded off to the $100, an estimate in each category for both expenses and incomes, as we can see here. Now, the column for revised budget, if you look and you think, okay, I'm going to spend more or less in this area. So as I'll show you here, okay, the budget estimator says $300 for administration and office supplies. Well, we're going to change that to $450 for this year. And in this case, the squadron quarter rental has gone up, so we're going to change that budget to $4,500. Now, I've taken the time to already fill in all the rest of them in this example. And when you get to the bottom, you'll notice that it gives you a total of what the estimator said, as well as the total of the revised budget you've done. And this happens for both expenses and incomes. Now, one of the little tools at the bottom of this is once you have done your revised budget and decided that this is what you're going to go forward with, this will give you the revised budget's total revenue, total expenses, and what the difference is. Okay, black again is a good positive budget, meaning you've got more income than you have expense. But if it shows up in red, that means you've got more expense than you have income. And then a handy tool at the bottom is what we have called Cadet Fundraising Cost Estimate. So back in the beginning of the start of the year, we had you put in the number of cadets in the squadron. Now, based on the total funds that are going to be required through cadet fundraising, we now have an estimate of the fundraising cost per cadet requirement. As well as there's an estimate on the cost per cadet to operate the squadron. These are some numbers that are usually very good to have on hand, as those questions will come up every time that you start up a new fundraising activity.